Did you know that Joseph Smith once admitted to his father-in-law that he only pretended to see things in his seer stone? And that he never actually saw anything in it, ever? So Joseph Smith's father-in-law, Isaac Hale, disapproved of Joseph Smith marrying his daughter Emma. Mostly this was due to Joseph Smith's involvement with treasure digging and everything that went with it.
Young Smith asked my consent to his marrying my daughter Emma. This I refused, and gave him my reasons for so doing, some of which were that he was a stranger, and followed a business that I could not approve.
So in the same source where that quote from Isaac Hale came from, we receive another account from a man named Peter Ingersoll. The source is Mormonism Unveiled by E.D. Howe. And Ingersoll's story comes just 7 months after Joseph and Emma ran away and eloped. Ingersoll says, "In the month of August in 1827, I was hired by Joseph Smith Jr. to go to Pennsylvania to move his wife's household furniture up to Manchester, where his wife then was. When we arrived at Mr. Hale's in Harmony, Pennsylvania, from which place he had taken his wife, a scene presented itself truly affecting. His father-in-law, Mr. Hale, addressed Joseph in a flood of tears. 'You have stolen my daughter and married her. I had much rather have followed her to her grave. You spend your time digging for money, pretend to see in a stone, and thus try to deceive people.' Joseph wept, and acknowledged that he could not see in a stone now, nor never could, and that his former pretensions in that respect were all false. He then promised to give up his old habits of digging for money and looking into stones. Mr. Hale told Joseph if he would move to Pennsylvania and work for a living, he would assist him into getting into business. Joseph acceded to this proposition. Despite these accounts, and the fact that the church actually has Joseph Smith's seer stone, they continue to claim that Joseph Smith used a rock and a hat to write their most sacred text.